Hello guys and gals, welcome back to Neighborly Homestead. My name is Tim, and I hope that everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We sure did. We had a good time with family, got to do a little hunting, had a little bit of success with hunting too. So maybe I'll throw a picture in here at some point of the harvest that we were able to take or make, and the good Lord provided for us for sure. So, but on today's agenda, we've got a little bit of snow on the ground. Things right now are kind of frozen. I'm going to take this chance to get to the woods and get some wood that I've had cut up out there for a little while, over the summer at least, and try to get some of that picked up. So I got the tractor out. We're going to get the bucket put on, forks on the back, and get probably just going to strap an IBC tote to the forks so I can load the rounds into it. But as you can see behind me, I'm going to flip you around here and show you what we were up to before the weather got lousy. Now I apologize for the sun shining here, but if you guys remember, I had 6 baskets of cherry there. I only have 2 left, and they're technically spoken for. I'm just waiting for the guy to come through. He's had some health issues, so I'm just kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt and helping him out a little bit. But anyways, I'll see if I can find a video clip of it, or a picture at least. If you guys remember what was in here, there was a bunch of old bushes and whatnot. Well, I ended up cleaning that stuff out, trying to use my hand to block some of the glare from the sun. But we've been busy splitting. We've got a basket of kindle in there, a bunch of bundlewood down to here, these 2 anyways, and then starting with those 2 is all the uglies. So we've got, I don't know, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 baskets of uglies, and then 2, 4, 6, 7 baskets of bagwood. Actually 6.5, because one of those, that one right there, is only half full, which I need to bring that in today and make some more bags as well. We've also, there's another basket of uglies there that's almost full. Started a basket there of some more bagwood. Got another basket of cherry that we split. We've been busy trying to get the woodyard cleaned up. I did some work on this tree service pile. Everything I had cut up, for the most part, I got split. Got to get cutting on this big stuff. We had a bunch of cherry rounds and some birch rounds in here. Got that split. Ended up stacking up all our rounds that we use for our kindling. I need to get going on that too, but we've made a lot of kindling here recently too. I got my hickory baskets and my beech. We started on some of that cherry as well from the stuff that's behind me. I haven't done a whole lot down there. Still got all the log piles and stuff down that way. But let me show you down here by the woodshed where we were working on our last video. I'll put the link up above here right now. We were working on the campfire wood in the dark. We got a lot of that cleaned up real nice. The other thing on the agenda for today is we might go to the shop and make up a basket. I got some special wire baskets I need to weld back together for cookies. We got cookies laying everywhere, and it's time to get them cleaned up, because the last thing I need is to get one of them caught in a snowblower. So I know it still looks kind of like a mess, but we had all those rounds all stacked through here. I got to get my buzzsaw put away. My deer is hanging in the shed in there right now, but I got a pile of cookies there. I got a whole bunch of cookies there. We've got 2 baskets of cookies there. A bunch of cookies right there. And it's a little tough to see. Whoa. But there's a bunch of cookies right there at the end of that log pile. And down kind of next to that trailer, there's a pile from the ends, from that log pile that I was working on this spring. So we're going to get to the woods and see just how frozen it is down there. Hopefully it's not too muddy in the wet spots. I'm hoping it's kind of solid, but we're going to see what happens. We're going whether it's squishy or not at this point. So, but stick around. Appreciate you watching. Just turning around on the tractor and I noticed I got a drop line right there that a little tree rat chewed off. Got some fixing to do before its season gets here. Well guys, we made it out here. It's a little tricky. The edge of this hill is steeper than it looks. The wood that I'm after, there's a stack right there, and this little stack right there, and that's mostly pine. And saw me earlier, we picked up a bunch of ash rounds. Let me show those to you. Not the greatest stuff, punky and whatever. It's kind of that way when I cut it, but it'll be fine because we're going to use this stuff for making maple syrup. I don't really care what kind of wood it is, but you can see the ravine that I'm dealing with here, and there's a little bit of like a shelf here on the edge. But let me just show you. It's about as far as I'm going to get the tractor. I just don't have quite enough room. Now I'm holding the camera level, just to give you guys an idea of what this hill looks like. And you can kind of see, we came down that path right there. This is not wide enough right here to sneak through that way. I just don't want to get hooked over the edge of that bank. And right here, there's a little bit of a washout right here in the hill. But I don't have enough room with the slope because the ROPS wants to hit this tree right here, and I don't have enough room to swing the bucket around. So unfortunately, that's as close as I can get. I'm going to get my steps in for today. So we'll see what we can do to get this loaded up in this basket. When the wood's frozen together, it's like a bonus. You get to carry twice as many as you planned on. All right, we got not quite a half a basket, maybe a third of a basket. I got that stack cleaned up. I guess I should have started with the one that was higher up the hill, but oh well, we'll get it. Stop. As long as they don't go rolling down the other side of the hill. They go down there and they're staying there. Whoa, watch out, camera. Whoop, that one went too far. Oh. Well, that got him a little bit closer. I had two try to escape, Ian. Basket's filling up. All right. Still got a few bigger rounds, pine rounds up there. I'm not carrying those down the hill. We'll wait till the day we can get the Kubota or TV out here. My little buddy Ian came out to see me. Too bad he didn't come out earlier. So as you saw me, I started carrying that stuff down the hill, trip by trip by trip, 2 pieces at a time. And I had enough of that. So I decided to just hand bomb them or chuck them down the hill as far as I could. Some of them ended up trying to roll down this other part of the hill. But we got a basket full. Not going to be real heavy because this pine it's been dead for quite some time. She's well dried out. That's why I wanted it for making syrup, because it's quick and ready to go. But I'm not short on wood for syrup this year, but I don't want to be short. Trouble is with maple seasons, you just never know what kind of season you're going to get. So you just never know how the season's going to go. It could be a really long season. That's when you might find out you don't have enough wood. I don't ever want to run into that. My theory is if I got extra wood cut, and I don't burn it, it's going to be for next year. So, but anyways, we're going to jump on the tractor and try to get this out of the woods. And real quick plug to Bracken over at Frontier Firewood, and I'm going to mention him again here at the end of the video. If you haven't checked out his channel, it's called Frontier Firewood. Check out what him and his son Buddy do. They use IBC totes, and they've got some pallet roller systems that they use, and he cuts all his rounds and stacks them in baskets. So he pre-measures ahead of time before splitting what he's got, and he just moves those to the splitter. And then he's got another set of pallet rollers that he puts under his conveyor, and he puts empty totes under those, and he can just push them over by hand. Works really slick. And I think what I'm going to start doing, I have a basket that I use on the back of the tractor for getting wood. It's pretty heavy. It's a little bigger than an IBC tote because it's about 5 foot wide. But this works really good. And I think what I'm going to start doing is bringing a tote, an empty tote on the forks out here to get rounds. And then I can just keep trucking. I don't have to hand unload that until I'm ready to split it. So thanks, Bracken. You gave me an excellent idea. Appreciate that. Like I said, I'm going to mention him again at the end of the video. I got some stickers we're going to put on the cabinet. So we're going to work our way out of the woods and see what else we're going to get into today. Stick around. All right, once we get up here to this little left turn, it flattens out.
All right, so what I ended up doing here, I dropped the basket with all the pine rounds in it. So we've got that, and then the wood that was in the bucket is a little more than a quarter of a basket. So that was the ash that was kind of funky, not the greatest, but it'll work for making syrup. So let's head into the garage and I'll show you guys some stickers I got. And what do you think you're doing? Whoa! You missed all three. Better try again.
Whoa, that was close. All right, it's all fun and games till someone gets clobbered in the face with a hard snowball. All right, everybody. So I told you I had something else I wanted to show you in the garage here, talk to you about for a real quick minute. So over the weekend here, I did a bunch of cleaning in the garage, and I don't know if you remember a few months ago I put out a short and we did a video about our Echo CS501 saw that got crunched. And I was contemplating getting rid of it. And then I was contemplating on what I could do with it myself. And I was going to buy some parts to fix it. But I tore into it yesterday with hopes that it was going to be good enough to salvage so that I could try my hand at porting my own saw. I figured, you know, what the heck, take a saw that was pretty new, had maybe a dozen tanks of gas through it, and the whole porting thing intrigues me, and being a machinist, I really would like to try to figure that out. But I got it apart. I just want to show you guys what this thing looks like. It's not going to make it for trying to fix it. So let me flip you around here. So obviously little stuff like recoil broke. Some of the plastics got pretty smushed and ripped out and deformed. This is the front portion of the rubber mount, isolator mount for the rear tank and or the rear handle and tank assembly. This is the muffler. The muffler got crunched, which, you know, whatever, it is what it is. That's a replaceable part. Where it got kind of bad, well, here's the rear tank and handle assembly that ripped that front right off. It's broke down into there pretty bad. Broke one of the fins off the flywheel, but this thing, it still turns over nice. The fins on the jug got crunched, the top one's broke. It actually broke the spark plug off. There's something I want to show you here too, though. And I don't know how good this is going to show up. Turn this over. I just want to show you guys. Use red armor. Look at that. Look at the oil that's in that exhaust port on that piston. You can see the red oil from that red armor. This saw's been laying here on my garage floor since June. Pretty cool to see that, though. But the bad part about this, and this is kind of the deciding factor on this thing being totally junk. There is the back of the lower end, the bottom end. It's split. This side's broke right off. This side's cracked right through. And it's, you know, magnesium or white metal or what, I don't know what it is. It's not weldable. It's super thin. So I was a tad disappointed when I found that out. But we got a good carburetor. Got some dogs. You know, the jug would probably be usable. If it wasn't for the bottom case being broke, I probably would have went ahead with trying to port this thing and just see what it would do. But yeah, I don't know. If there's any parts on this thing that anybody needs or wants, hit me up. I'd be happy to send them to you. All right, I got one more thing I want to show you. I've got some stickers we're going to put up on the cabinet behind me. First one here is Mr. Britt from Foothills Firewood, aka the wood scientist or woodologist.
whatever you like to call him. He does a lot of very informative videos and shorts on different species of wood. He knows his oaks. He even knows the scientific or the technical names of all these trees and types of wood. Just truly incredible the knowledge that he has, and we really appreciate him sharing that with us through his videos and everything. So we're going to stick him down here right under Jason at Yadkin Valley. I know them two guys get along pretty well. They're pretty close to each other. The next one I got here is Frontier Firewood. Bracken and his son Buddy, they started their channel not too long ago, but I think earlier this year, and they actually were the winner of our 500 sub giveaway. But as I mentioned earlier, they've got a cool pallet roller system that they use for their firewood setup, and Bracken has some goals for different sub counts that he's going to reach and different things he's going to give away. So definitely go over and check out his channel. Give him a subscribe. Let him know that I sent you. He's his biggest giveaway, I think, for when he hits 1,500 subs. He's giving away an Echo chainsaw. So, and he's got a cool project that he's involved a bunch of us other channels in that I'm pretty excited about, and I will touch on that more at a later date. But we're going to get you guys stuck up on here. I think that's a good spot. And for this video, last but not least, and you guys all should know this channel. If you don't, you've been living under a rock. I've got to meet him up at Boonville this year, but in the Woodyard, Mr. Chris, he's probably got the biggest sticker here by far, but we're going to get him stuck up on here. Chris does a tremendous amount for the Woodhound community. He puts out a video every day about a lot of different topics. Some of it's just plain making firewood. He does a lot of videos about good pointers and different things to do for a firewood business, how to be successful and make money at that. Chris is a great guy. Like I said, I got to meet him at Boonville and chat with him a little bit down at Paul Bunyan. So go check out Chris's channel. I will throw links to Foothills Firewood, Frontier Firewood, and In the Woodyard in the description. And but yeah, definitely go check them guys out. Give them a subscription. So if you guys stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. I just want to say thank you. And like I said earlier in the video, I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And so I might, like I said earlier, I'm going to go along over to the shop, and I got some baskets I need to get put back together for doing some cookies. So probably going to turn that into another video. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, appreciate you guys watching, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Take care. See ya.